Do you have a Chase account on your credit report that was recently charged off? I want to show you a two-step process without waiting 7 years to knock the credit bureaus off to remove it off your report. So as you can see right here, it got removed off of Equifax and Children's Union, right? So we leveraged what we talk about, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the laws, right, to get the account and other things we use to get the account removed from the report, right? So, and we got other things removed, but if you just have a Chase account, show you how to remove the Chase account, right? Now, when it comes to removing things from your report, we just use the Fair Credit Reporting Act, right? We don't have to use nothing else, right? Or we use Metro 2 with the Fair Credit Reporting Act. I'll break that down later. But what we use is just the laws and compliance, right? Compliance procedures, right? Where Experian, TransUnion, Equifax have to abide by, right? So that's all we're using when it comes to removing things from a report, right? And just because it's inaccurate doesn't mean it's going to come off when you said, hey, this account's inaccurate, delete it from our report, right? It's not 100% guaranteed, right? So I'm just showing you what you can do. So this account is inaccurate, as you can see, right? Date open is inaccurate. They don't really have a date for date close. Delinquents, like other stuff on here, as you can see, is inaccurate. So let me break down the letter that we use for this as well. So here is the template letter. Now you're probably wondering, I can't create a letter like this. Don't worry, I got you. I'm going to show you how to create this specific letter and doing this to help you do the same thing that I'm doing, right? It's not going to look exactly like this, but it's going to look similar to this, so you can leverage how to create the specific template, right? So, and the good thing about this is based off of your credit report, right? Because I know there are a lot of things out there saying, hey, use this template, use this template, use this template. Hey, Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, they're very smart. So the more people use the same exact thing, they're gonna pick up and say it's frivolous, same thing, whatever the case. They might throw it out, they might not look at it at all. So you wanna create something that's unique to you, unique to your report, and what's gonna actually work for you based off of what you got going on. So what this does is just pinpoints everything that's wrong with compliance when it comes to Metro 2. Not only with compliance, right? I said delete account immediately for violation of 15 USC 1681 AB. So if you're not familiar with that specific law, right, you can Google it and look it up. But technically what it's showing is, or saying is, Experian, TransUnion, Equifax has to assure maximum possible accuracy. And basically what I did was pinpoint that, hey, this account is not showing maximum possible accuracy. And I use what they use, which is their specific codes and their compliance, things like that, to make a case to get the account removed from the report. And that's all we're doing. We're just showing proof, showing details, making a case, right, of how to get the account removed from the report. Now, I know what you're thinking. What if the accounts come back verified? Like I send the letter in, it comes back verified. But before you send the letter in, make sure you send it certified, right? Because if you don't send it certified, you don't really know if, or what they can say is, or Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, what they can say is, hey, we never received a letter. So to ensure that even though you have the, copies and everything, they can say, or if you took them to court and say they never received anything. So to ensure that they received the letter, send it certified. It's going to cost a little extra money. Just go to the post office. Make sure you add 2 forms of identification, driver's license, and proof of residency, whether it's a bill, something that's in your name, right? Your name and your address, right? And you can add another form, which is your social security, 3 forms of identification, send it in, right? And then from there, you're going to wait 35 days, 30 days for them to complete the investigation, 5 days for them to mail it back to you. Now, it might be quicker than that. All right, so the faster you received it, I'll just say wait until you get the results, right? And then from there, what you want to do is wait, right? Some of them accounts come back verified. All right, now what you want to do is leverage this website right here, right? You want to leverage the CFPB. All right, you want to leverage this specific, now this isn't 100% guarantee either, right? It's just another way to help increase your chances to get the account removed without waiting 7 years, right? There's a CFPB, there's a BBB, there's Attorney General's office, there's an attorney that you can leverage as well. Now, when it comes to an attorney, it's a little bit different because they only take cases they most likely gonna win, right? So once you have an account with the CFPB, right? Create an account with the CFPB is free, right? Then what you want to do is click on credit reporting, right? And then scroll all the way down to the bottom, click on credit reporting again, right? And then scroll to next. And then from there, what you want to do is leverage Now, there are multiple things you can leverage, but the one we're going to use is problem with companies investigation to the existing problem. Now, an investigation took more than 30 days. They usually don't take more than 30 days, was not notified, or the investigation did not fix the error on your report. Have you already tried to fix this problem? Yes. Did you request information from the company? Yes. What information did you request? Right, you requested them to do an investigation according to the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Did the company provide you with information? No, right? And then from there, click on next. Now, your dispute or complaint or everything that you're going to talk about is going to be different, right? So who, what, when, how, everything that you learned back in school, right? So I created a letter on this date, right? Sent it into Experian. Just I just sent it into TransUnion and sent the letter, wait in 35 days. Here's my tracking number. And this was wrong. The open date last active, date of last payment. Saw a lot of inconsistent. And according to Metro 2 compliance, they have things that they're supposed to adhere to and they're not. And I have all evidence that's going to be attached, right? And you're going to put that in an attachment, right here. But you're just going to lay out everything that happened. So what will be a fair resolution? Remove this account for violation of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, right? And then attach the documents, right? The letter that you sent out, the first letter that you sent out to Experian, we're going to be talking about just one specific credit bureau at a time. So just for an example, TransUnion, right? So upload TransUnion's letter that you sent, right? And then from there, what you're going to do is just click on next. And then from there, what we want to do is next is who are we going to be talking to? So we're going to talk to TransUnion, right? And we're going to be talking to TransUnion. You're going to type in TransUnion right here and then put social, your last four name as it appears on your report, and then date of birth, right? And then do you want to complain with another company? No. And then what we're going to do is just click on next. Now, once you click on next, here's what you're going to do next. So after you review everything, you clicked on next, you're going to review everything, right? You're going to be on the next page, you're going to review your personal information, review the complaint, review everything, and then click on submit. Now, what's going to happen next is Experian, TransUnion, Equifax have 15 days to respond back to Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, right? But remember, create 3 separate complaints. So we said no. All right, so you can go back, create another complaint, go back and create another complaint, right? And then Experian is going to say, or TransUnion is going to say, and Equifax is going to say, hey, we need additional time. And usually say they need 60 days. Hold on, all right? Hold up. It usually doesn't take them 60 days for them to respond back. Now, everything that's going on with the CFPB is going to be a little bit more time and things like that, but they're still in place. So what you want to do is just wait, right? Don't send another dispute based off of the ones that you're disputing with, all right? Just wait. Now, if you're trying to remove personal information, to remove hard inquiries, that's a little bit different, right? But if you dispute the accounts again, right, they're going to need additional time based off of the new evidence or whatever you sent in. So wait till that complaint is completely closed out, right? And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, after the complaint is pretty much closed out, you're going to get the results back. Just go back into your portal and it's going to basically explain everything that happened. Now, if you want to learn how to create that specific letter that I showed you out, right? Hey, watch this video right here. Walk you through the whole entire process. I got you, all right?